In this exercise, I'm going to show you how to arrange your image windows. Because even if you're working inside the tabbed window interface, doesn't mean that you have to suffer with all of your images consolidated together. That is, seeing just one image at a time. You can see 2 or 3 or as many images as you want at a time, depending, of course, on the size of your monitor. So I still have those same 4 images open from the O4 navigation folder. And let's say I want to see at least 2 images at the same time here. I'll go up to the Arrange Documents icon in the Applications bar, and I'll choose one of my two up displays. So you got 2 up vertically, you got 2 up horizontally. Notice I can go all the way to 4 up. I can't go to 5 up because I only have 4 images open. That's the only reason these other icons are dimmed. But I'm going to start with 2 up, and what's going to happen is Photoshop is going to divide the screen exactly in half, like so. And it's going to keep 3 of the images open inside one of the windows, and it's going to throw an arbitrary 4th image off into the second window. And I say arbitrary because I'm never sure which one's going over there. It's not necessarily going to be the last image open like this. It's going to be any old image. But then it's incumbent upon you to move your images around. So let's say you want to be able to see dark portrait in one of the windows, and then you want to see water drops in the other window. Why, then grab the Water Drops tab and drag it and drop it into the whitefeathers.jpg image, but not where I'm dropping it right now. If I'm going to consolidate windows in any way, shape, or form, I need to be able to see a blue line or a blue outline. Something needs to be blue. Right now, I'm not seeing anything that's blue, except this girl's eyes, of course. But otherwise, I'm not seeing anything blue under my cursor, which means if I drop this window, it's going to float. So if you don't see a connection on screen, then you're going to drop and create a floater, and you can do this. You can have 3 of the images tabbed and 1 free floating. Photoshop is very flexible in this regard, so it simultaneously supports floating and tabs at the same time. All right, let's say you change your mind, though, and you want to grab waterdrops.jpg and you want to move it into this window. Why, then you want to drag it up into the tab area like so, and you'll see a blue outline around that tab area, then drop, and then you've consolidated these 2 images into this right-hand window. You can also create a new window if you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and drag Water Drops out of here, for example, and I'm going to move it over this vertical line. And notice the vertical line turns blue, and as soon as I drop, then I've got 3 side-by-side image windows now. Perhaps that's not enough. Maybe I want to see all 4 images at the same time, and I want, for example, Dark Portrait to be down here under waterdrops.jpg. Then I would grab the Dark Portrait.jpg tab, and notice I can move it above that waterdrops.jpg tab. You have to be careful about doing this. And note that you'll see a horizontal blue line. Not the big blue thing like this. It's not going to trace all the way around the top of the image tab. It's just going to appear across the very top of the image tab like that. It'll just be a line instead of an incomplete rectangle, I guess. Or I could move it down to the bottom like so, and I'll see a horizontal blue line there. And then I drop it into place, and now I have 4 image windows open all at once. So your options are fairly boundless, and they'll go ahead and scale along with the other interface elements. So for example, if I decide to collapse my right side panels by clicking this double arrow icon, why then all of the image windows scale to fill that space. And then if I decide to expand those panels again, all the windows shrink in kind. So it's very smart, actually. It's very intelligent design here. If you decide now, after all this, that you really want all the images consolidated into a single image window, go up to Arrange Documents and choose that Consolidate All command. Or if you loaded D keys, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of the keyboard shortcut, Control-Shift-A, or Command-Shift-A on the Mac. And notice that once again, they've arrived in a completely arbitrary order, but I can take care of that just by grabbing darkportrait.jpg and moving it over a couple of tabs, and now everybody's back where they were. In the next exercise, I'm going to show you how to zoom your image inside the image window.